To make the sandals, we need a pair of soles, 100 grams of this yarn, the recommended needle is 4 mm, a 3.5 mm crochet hook, scissors, needles and a tapestry needle. Remember that you can find some of these materials in our website. We start the tutorial explaining how to make the front part, then the back part, and then how to sew those parts to the sole. In this case, I am making a big size. If you want to make this part smaller, you can start with less chains. We start with chain 10, chain 10, once we have the chain, we have to chain 1, turn and make 1 single crochet on each chain. We have to make 10 single crochet. Remember that if you want to make a smaller size, you have to start with less chains. Start the second row with chain 1, turn, and we have to make 1 increase on the first stitch. 1 increase is to make 2 single crochet on the same space. So 1 increase, one single crochet on each single crochet to the last stitch, and on the last stitch we have to make again 1 increase, 2 single crochet in the same space. We are increasing on the sides to get the shape of the sole. We have to start the row number 3 with chain 3, turn, chain 1, and now we have to make a double crochet, skipping 1 space. You can see here a little hole. Chain 1, skip again 1 stitch and 1 double crochet on the next space. And this is what we have to repeat to the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1 space and 1 double crochet. Repeat the same to the end of the row, where we have to finish with 1 double crochet. We have to continue with chain 1. We have to start with 1 increase on the double crochet, 1 increase on the double crochet, one single crochet on the chain 1 space, 1 single crochet on the double crochet, 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space, and we have to repeat the same to the end of the row. At the end of the row we have to make 1 single crochet on the chain 4 space and 1 increase on the chain number 3. Chain 1, turn, 1 increase on the first stitch, single crochet to the end of the row, and at the end of the row on the last stitch we have to make 1 increase. Continue with chain 3, turn, and now we have to make on the first stitch a 5 double crochet bubble stitch. We have to make 5 double crochet, counting the chain 3 as the first double crochet, so we have to make 4 double crochet and make the bubble stitch, chain 1 to close the stitch, skip 1 space and make again 1 bubble stitch on the next space. Close the stitch and skip 1 space and make 1 bubble stitch on the next space. And we have to repeat the same, skip 1 space and 5 double crochet bubble stitch to the end of the row. Once we finish the last bubble stitch, we have to chain 1, turn, and here on the bubble stitch we have to make 1 increase of single crochet, so 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet on the next stitch, one single crochet on the bubble stitch, and continue making 1 single crochet on each stitch to the end of the row, where we have to make again 1 increase of single crochet. Continue with chain 1, turn, and now we have to make again a row of single crochet, so 1 increase at the beginning of the row, single crochet in the middle, and 1 increase at the end of the row. On the next row we have to start with chain 3, turn, chain 1, and now we have to make again a lace row, so we have to skip 1 space and 1 double crochet on the next space, chain 1, skip 1 space and 1 double crochet on the next space, and we have to chain 1, skip 1 space and 1 double crochet on the next space to the end of the row, where we have to finish with 1 double crochet. Continue now with 2 rows of single crochet, chain 1, turn, 1 increase on the first double crochet, one single crochet on the chain 1 space, 1 single crochet on the double crochet, 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space, and repeat the same to the end, where we have to make a single crochet and 1 increase on the third chain. Continue with the second row of single crochet, chain 1, turn, 1 increase on the first stitch, single crochet in the middle and 1 increase at the last stitch. Now we have to repeat a bubble stitch row. So chain 3, turn, and we have to make on the first stitch the first bubble stitch. Skip 1 space and make again a 5 double crochet bubble stitch on the next space. and we have to repeat the same to the end of the row. As you can see here, making increases on the corners makes the piece bigger. Now we have to stop making increases. We have to chain 1, turn and make only 1 single crochet on each stitch, 1 single crochet on each stitch of the previous row. And now we have to continue making 5 more rows, 2 of single crochet, 1 with the lace pattern and 2 with the single crochet. Remember that we don't have to make increases now. And now we are going to make an edge, and we have to make a picot stitch. We have to chain 1, turn 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 slip stitch on the single crochet to make the picot, one single crochet on the next space, and we have to repeat the same to the end of the row. 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 slip stitch on the single crochet to make the picot, and 1 single crochet on the next space, and repeat the picots to the end of the row. And once we finish all the row, we can cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for sewing later this part on the sole. To make the back part, we have to start with 30 stitches. Remember that if you want to make a smaller piece, you can start with less chains. In this case, I'm going to make 30 stitches, a chain 30, and now we have to make 2 rows of single crochet. Now we don't have to make increases, so chain 1, turn, and 1 single crochet on each chain, 1 single crochet on each chain, and on the row number 2 we have to chain 1 again, turn, and 1 single crochet on each single crochet. And now we have to make a row with the lace pattern, so chain 3, turn, chain 1, skip 1 space and 1 double crochet on the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 space and 1 double crochet on the next stitch. And repeat the same to the end of the row. Once we finish the lace row, we have to make now 2 rows of single crochet. So chain 1, turn, 1 single crochet on the double crochet, 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space, 1 single crochet on the double crochet, and we have to repeat the same, 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space and 1 single crochet on the double crochet to the end of the row. And we have to continue on the next row with one row of single crochet. Once we made the 2 rows of the single crochet, we have to make now the row with bubble stitch. So chain 3, turn, and make on the first stitch 1 bubble stitch, 1 5 double crochet bubble stitch. We have to make now the row with the bubble stitch, but in this case we have to make a decrease at the beginning and at the end of the row. We have to skip 2 stitches and make the first bubble stitch on the 3rd space. And now we have to continue with the normal bubble stitch to the end of the row to 3 stitches before the end. We have to make 2 double crochet on 1 stitch, and 1 double crochet on the next 3 stitches to make a complete bubble stitch, making a decrease. We continue now with 2 rows of single crochet, so we have to chain 1, turn, and make 1 single crochet on each stitch to the end of the row, and we have to repeat the single crochet on the next 2 rows. And now we have to make 1 strip, the edge of the picot stitches, and 1 strip on the other side. To make the strip we have to chain 50, chain 50, come back with 1 single crochet on each chain, 1 single crochet on each chain, make 1 single crochet on the next space, and now make the picot edge to 2 stitches before the end. Remember how to make the picot: chain 3, 1 slip stitch on the single crochet, continue with 1 single crochet and repeat the picot: 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 slip stitch on the single crochet, and 1 single crochet on the next space. Remember, repeat the same to 2 stitches before the end. Once we are 2 stitches before the end, we have to make again 1 strip, chain 50, and make 1 single crochet on each chain to the end of the row, to the end of the chain, finishing with 1 slip stitch, and we can cut the yarn. And now we are going to sew both parts on the sole. We can use needles to fix the part that we have to sew, and we have to sew like this. Once we have sewn the front part, we have to repeat the same with the back part, and we finish the sandals.